Welcome everyone, Out of the Woo here as a recording of a Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. It's about 5:54. I'm looking at my phone, 5:54 p.m. Most of the day today, been doing stuff at the homestead and also planning out my next international trip, which has been paid for, booked, hotel, and flight to a country will be the longest flight that I've ever taken to any of my international travels. And that will be happening for 15 days. But I say that take that with a grain of salt because there is a massive time difference in getting there and coming back. So it might be a little less than that. Slight hint there. But let's just say 2 weeks, give or take a day. I always use that term. I am going to be heading to downtown Celebration. I'm going to get a coffee, just kind of cruise around, and then I'm going to go into no man's land out of the bubble, Celebration bubble. Get into Highway 192, and I'm going to try a new restaurant that just opened. It used to be where Tijuana Flats used to be, but that closed, and now there's a place called Dave's Hot Chicken that has reared its head. I'm going to try that. I'm inviting you to join me. By the way, Easter buddies, shall you? Of course, Easter is not here. Still quite a bit of a ways off. It's going to be into next month. But this house always does it up right. They had their St. Patty's stuff up. They've taken that down. The next big holiday is Easter, obviously. So they got their Easter stuff up. They decorate for every major holiday. Pretty awesome. Current temperature right now here in Celebration, 72 degrees. Again, it's just under 6 p.m., 5:57. Also give another little hint. I'm not going to tell exactly which country I'm going, but you can kind of narrow it down to a select handful. Well, more than a select handful, but I'm going to be going to California at the start of April. Couple day layover there, and then a tremendously lengthy flight to where I'm going. And then I'll be coming back to SoCal for a few day layover, and then back home. So I will not be in town for Easter. But I'll still be around for a while. I'm not leaving yet. I'm still here through the end of the month and early next month. Those are the only hints I'm going to give till I leave. Realizing that it is a Saturday night, that is a lot. Parking spots down here are very difficult to come by, but luckily I found that little spot I could wedge in right there, the electric vehicle parking. I don't know what's going on over there. Start off with a piping hot caffeinated beverage right down here. And then I'll just cruise around on Mini Marge and see where the night leads. But Dave's Hot Chicken will be happening. Coffee has been achieved. Got it right here. And I'm standing at the forefront of Lake Rianhard, which is a man-made lake. This was not here before they built Celebration. There are some swampy areas that were, but this is man-made. If you look at old satellite images, this was not here before the construction of Celebration started in the early 90s. The thing that's been here the whole time I've lived here has been removed. It's kind of a neat little thing, because Disney built this town back in the day. They no longer own it, but there's still a lot of Disney nods around the area. And there's still sections of the town that Disney cast members utilize for different things on the outskirts of town. But up here was a hidden Mickey that's now gone. Used to be right here. There were 3 circles that looked kind of like onion rings, but they were hedges. And they made a hidden Mickey. And if you held your camera up kind of high, you could see them really well, but they have removed those. Honestly, this looks a lot better. The other thing was kind of overgrown, but the hidden Mickey is gone. It was a distinct hidden Mickey that's now been removed. R.I.P. So April's pretty locked in. May's pretty locked in. Going to be going to a different country in May for a couple weeks. Well, exactly 2 weeks. I booked a place for 2 weeks, and the flight's already booked, so April and May, good stuff coming up. All right, I gotta be quiet. There's a family of ducks in there. Looks like they're easily startled. A bunch of them. Going in. Oh, flying off. This This is over here by the 192 Publix. Just drove by, pulled over real quick. Wanted to see some ducks and say hi, so I did. Mini Marge's shadows right there. Yeah, I got so used to driving by here and making the joke about free crab available here. Joe's Crab Shack tomorrow. See, I always put free crab tomorrow, but drove by it. Drove the point home that it's no longer open, and they got rid of that little clever joke on the side. I think it's been closed about a month now. It really is incredible how fast stuff springs up. It's torn down, springs up. This was an old hotel, it was closed, and then it was torn down. And especially when you leave for a few weeks at a time, or a couple weeks, and then you come back, you realize how quickly, you don't see it all the time. Now it's an Advent Health. Look, the Vomitron's running. That's what that is right there. It's called the Vomitron. I will never do that, ever. But it's fun to look at. It's fun to look at. Here's another angle of it right here. Saturday night cruise at Old Town is happening, all the classic cars. I've been to that a bunch of times. Tonight I'm not going, but I am driving through this area. Classic car alert. This lane is the regular cars drive through here. The lane right there is for the classic cars. I am just passing through here. Just passing through. Me and this guy just passing through. Driving past the perimeter of Old Town Kissimmee. I mean, just the amount of times they've done the car cruise is wild. I think it's like 33, 34 years, way past 30 years. They celebrated their 30th anniversary, and I pretty much lost track of time. That was probably 4 or 5 years ago. Cut through here. Again, I'm not going to the car cruise, but I am going to cut through here. The car cruise runs along here. Going past Mini Marge's shadow. That is that's a classic car right there. I thought that was an El Camino at first, but not an El Camino. I might get a pretty good view here. Sun will be setting soon, but right now it's still above the horizon. See it glimmering over there, and we're going to do a little drop in here on the wooden coaster with the metal track. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the scream ratio is on a percentage of a scale of 1 to 10. What the screams are. It was like a 3. It's busy out here. Spring break. $20 VIP parking over there. All the other regular parking is filled up. $10 parking over at Red Lobster. That could almost enter the car show right there. That's not classic though. That's more sporty. Sporty. But Red Lobster, I think, has parking for $10. Before I used to bring Mini Marge over here, there's parking for golf carts. I used to park by the Red Lobster for $10. So if you're ever coming out here, the Red Lobster hack. I just circled around, and now I'm going to head back over towards another destination. Well, that's Old Town. Saturday night spring break. No parking. Very little parking left. Again, speaking of things that just pop up. This apartment complex over here opened a few months ago. Behind me right here, that's Old Town right there. Flip around. Last time I drove through here a couple months ago, they had just the office open for leasing. It's called the Maxwell at Xentury City. This area, right through here, who knew, it's called Xentury City. Right across from Old Town. In fact, there's a CVS or a Walgreens, and there's a fountain there that says Xentury City. I'll show that too. Not a lot of people know it's called Xentury City. I didn't know it until I saw the fountain when I was driving around on my golf cart one day. A year and a half ago, this is just a big pile of dirt right off the toll road. Now there's people living here, doing the thing. There's the Walgreens. That's Walgreens there. And the Xentury City sign is right there, under the palm trees. 7-Eleven there, and Old Town right over there. Spelled with an X. Xentury City. Xentury City. Smallest city ever. Just one apartment complex. Wins the award for oldest and most bent, dilapidated video recording in progress sign that I've ever seen. Not that I'm giving an award for anything, but if there was an award, that would be it. That has seen some things. Still sitting empty. This spot here is the slowest moving along construction in this area that I've ever seen. This has been under construction. It has not halted progress, but it's been slowly being fixed up for years. I mean, it's probably been 10 years that they've been working on this a little bit at a time. And it's still not open. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. Look at the caution tape there. I mean, it looks the best it's ever looked, but it's nowhere near finished. Interesting. $1.99 Gifts is not open at this hour. 7:08 right now. That's closed. This IHOP is open. There's one car in the driveway. This, for a short while, well, it was a seafood boil place. Before that, it was Boston Lobster Feast. And then after the seafood boil, for a very short time frame, maybe like a month, it was a dance club. The dance club did not last. Now it's a steakhouse. Never went in it when it was a dance club. Evidently nobody else did either. That building right there is where Arabian Nights used to be many years ago. This ticket outlet still here, and I'm happy to say, even though the ticket outlet's closed, whoever puts Van Halen, whoever painted that on there, it has stood the test of at least a couple months' time. Van Halen spray painted right there. And the reason I'm showing this, because it's right next door to where the newly opened Dave's Hot Chicken has opened. That's shown right here. They repainted it. Since it was the former establishment right next to the subway. Dave's Hot Chicken. I was talking to my buddy Explorer and Ryan, and I was asking him whenever we would go to Dragon Con, we eat at a chicken place. And I was thinking it was Dave's Hot Chicken, and he quickly corrected me that it was Gus's Hot Chicken. And he said, in his opinion, Gus's Hot Chicken is better than Dave's Hot Chicken. I'm kind of impartial. It's kind of hard to mess up chicken. As long as you put something spicy on it, call it hot. We'll see though, I'm gonna get something. Get something here. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Dave's Hot Chicken. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 11. And Friday and Saturday, 11 to midnight. This was a Tijuana Flats before. And I ate at that Tijuana Flats, and now I'm gonna eat at Dave's Hot Chicken. 6113 is the address, probably Highway 192 or Earlo Bronson. Probably Earlo Bronson, it's the same thing. Highway 192 and Earlo Bronson. Going in. I'm liking it already when you go in. It's silhouetted out a little bit by the sun, but there's a gator coming out of the water. Definitely got the graffiti going on in here. Spray painted. It says coming in hot over there in neon, coming in hot. Just like that rubber chicken I bought in Vegas right there. It looks exactly like that. The squeaky chicken that I had in Vegas when I was cruising around. Seeing it now. It's made out of water. It says Dave's, and then you got the little flamingo inner tube right there. I just noticed it says Dave's out there at the order window. There's a pretty good amount of people in here. They have no spice, light, mild, medium, hot, extra hot, and Reaper. I think I'm going to do the 2 sliders with fries. They also have shakes, and they also have cauliflower sliders right there, made out of cauliflower. I think I'm going to go with the regular chicken. I think I walked in at the right time because it's gotten extremely busier even since I ordered. I got the little, whatever they call this thing, a little thing that beeps or whatever, and I got 2 waters. I don't know how hot my mild is going to be. I got the medium, not the medium, 1 step below medium. I got the mild, and I'm going to sit right here. And I also ordered some mac and cheese, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, it's Definitely a steady flow of people in here. So again, I already showed the water, but I also got some mac and cheese, not included in the meal. I guess their mascot is that little rubber chicken. But I got some mac and cheese. I went with the mild. These are called sliders, which are basically just tenders with a little sauce on them right there. You got some pickles if you want the pickles, which I'm going to put the pickles on there. Then you got some seasoned fries. So I will take the pickles on there and do that. And you got the fries there. So this is what we're dealing with. And then you got extra sauce, which I think it's the same sauce that's already on it, but extra sauce if you want it with the fries and all that. Dave's hot chicken. I've seen some people at other tables that got the really spicy stuff, and they're having a hard time with it. So I guess you can really go extreme with the hotness if you so choose. It's on a full hamburger bun. I was thinking it was going to be like on a smaller bun, but it's on a full hamburger bun. It's got a little kick to it. I probably should have only got one slider. I thought they were going to be small sliders. These are like full size. Alright, so far it's not too bad. Standard chicken tender on bread. Yeah, I should have only got one slider. When they say slider, they mean full-size chicken sandwich. Alright, go in on this. See if there's any added flavor. That seems to have a little kick to it also. I probably could have kicked it up a notch to medium and still handled it. I could have maybe even gone a little above medium. The mild definitely has some flavor to it though, so if you don't like hot stuff, you might want to go with the no heat. And I can't tell if it's just lingering from the what I've already eaten here and just kind of in my taste palette already, but this seems as if there's a little spice in this also. I tried these too, but there is a little burning sensation in my mouth. So it's hard to tell. Well, no, those aren't too, those don't have any spice to it. It's just regular seasoned fries. I like the fresh pickles though, those are good. Yeah, when they say sliders, they mean pretty much full-size chicken sandwich. It's good. Yeah, I don't dislike it. I wouldn't say it's the greatest thing ever. Pretty much. I mean, it's chicken sandwiches. The chicken tenders are kind of all the rage now. A lot of places are doing it. And this is kind of par for the course. I would eat here again, and you know what? I probably will, because it's just right across the street from my place. I will be back to this place. This isn't bad. Not bad. I'm not really the greatest connoisseur of chicken tenders. It's all kind of the same to me. KFC just opened a chicken tender place that was similar to this one, and Disney Springs has Chicken Guy. I really like Chicken Guy. I like the sauces they have at Chicken Guy. But I don't know. Yeah, it was good. And because of its proximity, I would imagine I will probably eat there again. I will eat there again. I was content enough with it that I know in the future I will eat there again. That's my review. Kind of in the mood for a little ice cream, but a little bit of a wine over at the Twisty Treat. I'll just keep cruising on. Maybe I'll go down. That's what I'm going to do. We'll go downtown Celebration. I'm going to go to the ice cream place down there. I'm in the mood for a scoop. Well, 2 scoops. Well, it depends how big the scoop is. If it's a big scoop, 1 scoop. Small scoop, 2 scoops. Or I just get 2 big scoops. I'll probably just get 1 big scoop. I will not be going in there. It's nice being downtown again at the evening hours. I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm usually down here during the daytime. But it's nice down here at night too. All lit up, the lights on the trees there. And kind of pan here from the fountain. The clock over there. Turn this way, you'll see Market Street all illuminated with the lights stretching down. You definitely could not have a parade with tall floats on Market Street. I like that. My former residence is right here on Market Street. I lived in an apartment right over here on this side for 3 years. Just past that building, kind of right in the middle of where the camera's pointed there on the top. I lived there 3 years before, a little over a year ago. What's this been, probably 16 months now since I bought the house? So I've been to Celebration for well over 4 years now. Time just moves on so quickly. Change of plans. I walked over to Kilwin's. There was no joke, like 35 people in line to get ice cream. Everyone definitely is in the mood. The same thing. We're in spring break downtown, so decided against it. Going back to the mini March. A nighttime ride in mini March. It's always hopping downtown Celebration in the evening. Everyone after 5 or 6 o'clock heads downtown, gets some meals on. A lot of the restaurants are really busy. In fact, all of them are pretty busy. It's good to see it thriving down here. I have another idea. A place that I get coffee at, but I don't know if I've ever gotten ice cream from it. I think there's a Baskin Robbins. Maybe I'm wrong. The Dunkin', I think it's combined with Baskin. I always get Dunkin' in the mornings, but I've never been back to the Baskin aspect. Either way, I'm heading that direction. I feel like there's a Baskin. It'll give me a chance to circle around this spectacular looking structure here at Celebration Place. Big Ben, Parliament. I just can't get left. Look, kids. Big Ben, Parliament. Well, someone's peeling out over there on the main road. Big Ben, Parliament. That never gets old. At least to me. I'm sure to everybody else it does. Alright, I knew I wasn't going completely out of my mind. However, this might not be open. Nope, there's nobody in here. So I was correct, except this is a daytime thing, not a nighttime thing. They close at 8 o'clock. It's 8:33. Oh, the delicious ice cream is in there calling my name. This is a sign that I don't need ice cream. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. The vlog is over. Traveling soon. Not immediately, but early next month.